Yes, it's true. We're here on another Sunday night. Wait, can we do this on a Sunday night? Can't remember. But we're here today with special guest Scoot. Hi, Scoot McMahon. How are
guys.
you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Back.
I am.
He's always with us is commentator Corral Wayne.
And you?
Tonight he plays the part of Darkseid.
Yes.
Because we are going to be talking about the Justice League. And Falcon Winter Soldier too. But not just any Justice League, Scoot. Which Justice League?
The Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut. You know what that means, right? Spoilers! It's gonna be spoilers, but everybody's seen the Justice League, right? This is just a different Justice League. But I guess there's enough to spoil that we're gonna spoil, right?
Yeah, there's stuff.
So you have been warned. At the beginning of the show, we're gonna spoil. We're gonna spoil lots of stuff, and we're gonna draw while we're talking, and we're gonna talk about I believe the official title is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
But don't call him Winter Soldier.
Why can't you call him?
It says in the show, he's James Buchanan Barnes. He's no longer the Winter Soldier.
Oh,
so you go back and fix that when you edit this.
So what am I going to put on there then?
Just James Bucky Barnes, I guess. That's what he said in the show. So maybe episode 2 will be called The Falcon and James Buchanan Bucky Barnes.
It's a long title. I don't think I like that. As always, out there, you guys are part of the show. I'd like you to be part of the show, so please comment, ask us questions. You can ask us questions on YouTube, on the Oh Yeah Comics YouTube channel, on my Facebook page, on the Facebook page I Like Pink Very Much Lois, and also we're on Periscope tonight because. And as always, our spoilers for the Zack Snyder Justice League and for Falcon Winter Soldier. So you have been warned. All right. So we're also going to draw. Scoot's going to draw. I'm going to draw. We're going to talk about things. We're going to get things all settled and nice. And what are you going to draw tonight first, Scoot?
Well, I was thinking of Falcon and Winter Soldier, a piece done in pencil with colored pencils. But you challenged me to draw the whole Justice League also, so I don't know kind of what I want to do. What do you think?
I think you'll draw the entire Justice League at some point. I really do think that. So, well,
I'll start with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or James Buchanan, Bucky Barnes.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to draw Superman. I'm going to draw it on black paper, so it's going to look a little different. We're going to try it. I don't think it'll work very well, but it is. Live and learn. That's my desk. That's Scoot's desk. Yeah, I'm going to do the Snyder Cut because I figure in homage. That's a good word. I just learned that word. I think it's a French word. But in homage to the black costume, spoiler, black costume that Superman wears.
Symbiote.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all black paper. I'm gonna go black paper. So yeah.
My camera's shaking over here. When I was shaking, it started shaking. It reminded me of Shaky.
It's right. It's the Zack Snyder cut. So you'll be fine.
It's a Johnny cut. The Shaky cam.
So let's get right into it. What did you guys think of the Justice League? Overall thoughts right away. What are you thinking?
I think the obvious thing that everyone has been saying that I've seen is it is better than the theatrical release we got in 2017.
Yeah, but do you think it's better?
You thought it was better or you didn't?
Did you think it was better? I was asking.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, definitely. I went into it cynically. I was like, I'm going to hate this. And then I found myself enjoying it about an hour into the movie.
Oh, good. I thought I was the only one. How about you, Wayne?
I was going into it not cynical, but I loved it, and I told you earlier that I watched it 3 times so far. So,
Wow.
and I only have one gripe, but we can talk about that later. It's a big
Tell
one.
us. Yeah,
Well,
tell us what the big gripe is.
Okay, the musical score sucks.
Oh, yeah.
It is without a doubt. Like, I don't know what the composer was trying to think of. The music, you had some really poignant scenes, and the music would just take you right out.
Yeah.
That's
I
what I
agree.
found. I would have preferred Hans Zimmer or the composer for Wonder Woman to have done the score.
Yeah, why didn't they use Hans Zimmer? Wasn't he supposed to do the original one?
He
did
was
the other
doing it
movies
with
with
the
him.
guy that did this score. XL Junkie
Hmm.
did this score, but the music just horrible.
Didn't Hans Zimmer do the musical score for Wonder Woman?
No, it was
Batman v Superman. And Man of Steel, but the Wonder Woman theme, yeah, he helped compose. I thought.
Yeah,
I think
no,
he did Wonder Woman 84 because one of my
yes, he did Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, one of my students, one of my former students, actually did the score with him. He works with Hans Zimmer, so he did the score for Wonder Woman 84, and he did the score for that Hillbilly Elegy, that Ron Howard film on the Netflix.
I'm never gonna see that.
I'm never gonna watch it. No, I'm gonna watch it because my student scored the movie.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I watch it?
I'll watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just said that because
It's
an
funny.
homage to our friend Art.
Homage.
Yeah.
That's French, you know.
I heard someone said that today.
So I was surprised at the amount of footage that was not in the Whedon cut that wound up in this cut.
Yeah.
It was like tremendous amount of stuff, wasn't it? It was crazy.
Yeah, and the thing that impressed me the most, I guess, well, first of all, I don't know if I really enjoyed the movie as much as you guys. It was still pretty drab, and I didn't like the score, and I didn't like some of the characters, but I did find myself enjoying Steppenwolf a lot more. Like, his whole storyline was great, and that's kind of what pulled me in and kept me in the beginning, like where I said I was starting to enjoy it because I liked how they did the whole thing where he's trying to impress Darkseid, and that was completely absent from the theatrical cut. He was just like a generic bad guy in that movie. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't care about him. In this movie, he was interesting, I thought.
I thought the backstory to a lot of the characters, a lot of the character development, like made a lot more sense to me. I can understand why Ray Fisher, is that his name? Cyborg?
Yeah.
Why he was so annoyed, maybe. Because they cut a lot of his character development out of the first one. There's a lot of stuff that just, was in here, and it was still long. I mean, I found myself going, wow, this is a long movie. But it was a lot more interesting in all the backstory stuff. The introduction of these characters. I thought they would have been served well to do separate movies of all these guys first.
Yeah, yep.
And then bring them in.
Because Aquaman still didn't really, I still don't know why he had to be in this movie. I know there was a mother box in Atlantis, but other than that, he never really did anything in the water.
But even in watching this, Aquaman made a lot more sense to me. Not that I like the Aquaman movie, but it made even more sense to me with his relationship with the Atlanteans, and he was going home to see his father, at the end and stuff like that. I just thought it just made a lot more sense altogether.
Yeah, it did. And I agree about Cyborg, because I've never been I like Cyborg and the Titans, but I've never been a big Justice League Cyborg fan. Like, whenever they put him in the Justice League, I'm not I like it better with the Titans, but in this movie, he was good.
I liked his origin and how he was kind of so related to the mother box. It made sense for this. Right?
It did, and they showed how he can speak to it and speak to other machines, and I think they showed some of that in the other movie, but it didn't really make sense. I
But
mean,
that,
I knew
in
what
the
was
other
going
movie, it
on.
kind of came out of left field. Like, oh, he could speak to these machines and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
they used him to search for the three mother boxes when they got the third one. When
Mhm.
Steppenwolf got the third one in the Whedon cut.
That's right. And the stuff with Superman was better in this one, I thought. I wasn't distracted by his face.
His
Wow.
CGI mustache face.
Yeah. But it was just, I don't know, it just fit better with the other movie, with the events that happened in Batman Superman, because the beginning of that theatrical version, they had like that big funeral for him, and the whole city and the world was mourning. But I felt like, I don't know, they already showed that in Batman Superman, so they were like doubling down and showing it again in that theatrical cut. And this one, it kind of showed more like the awakening of the mother boxes, and that was the beginning of the movie, and I thought that made more sense, setting all that stuff up. And I think at the beginning of the theatrical version, they like Parademons and Steppenwolf, not Steppenwolf, but the Parademons were already on Earth because Batman was like tracking them in Gotham City and stuff.
Right. Well, that's
because
the problem. Go ahead, Wade. Sorry.
because the parademons were attracted to fear.
That's
Right.
right.
That's why Batman caught the thief, put him on the ledge like you'd see in Dark Knight, and then he wanted the fear to attract the parademons.
And I think that works. That's a cool thing, but I don't think it just didn't fit in that movie for some reason. I don't know. I wasn't into that. The way they did it in this movie, where I thought was a little bit better. I don't know.
Well, I think the other thing too that had me a little bit, annoyed with the first one, with the theatrical cut, the Whedon cut, if you want to call it that, is Batman just kept going around saying, "Oh, something bad is coming." Okay, how do you know that? Like, this one they went to great lengths to explain what's going to happen. Well, something's happening, something's coming. And the first one is just Batman's feeling. Batman has a feeling, and that was annoying.
And you didn't have the beard that reappears, disappears.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, when he captures that criminal, he has no beard. Then he has a beard to go see Aquaman.
You're right.
Well, that's which footage was filmed by Whedon and which one was already filmed by Snyder.
No. That was also filmed by that's right. Sorry. Yeah, the opening.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. And also, Cyborg could help explain some of that stuff with the Darkseid and Steppenwolf, because he kind of understood the mother box, or at least he could talk to it, where Batman was kind of just figuring it out, telling people about it in the other movie.
Right.
I still think those nightmare scenes in this movie and the other movies are just weird. I don't know. I feel like they could have just saved those for like an after credits scene or something. I don't know.
Well, it kind of was almost like an after credits scene here, but my one big thing with this is because, yes, I did like it, okay, and I know a lot of people online were saying that they did like it, some liked it and some didn't, but this is not the movie we would have gotten if Snyder had remained.
Yeah,
because what is it, like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah,
right. And how much thought did he put in it in those 5 years? Like, oh, I would do this or I would do that. He saw the Whedon cut and said, oh, I would never do that or this or that. You know what I mean? So it's not the same movie that we would get. I don't know. That's just me. We're going to take a close-up look at Are you inking already? Look at that.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you shouldn't be drawing this yet because we're not talking about them yet.
I know. But what was I gonna say? The something about the Whedon cut. I don't know.
Sorry, I messed you up.
No, it's okay. I'll think of it. Oh, I know. And it wasn't about the Whedon cut. It was about the runtime. So obviously, he would have had to edit this down to probably like at least like Endgame was 3 hours long. So he would have had to edit an hour out of this for a theatrical version, probably even more. Because rarely do they let people put a movie out that's 3 hours long.
Right.
So
well, it's all money. It's like it's 2 viewings at a movie theater instead of like won for the money.
It'll be interesting to see if they are like what the numbers were for this, like if it impresses, HBO Max and Warner Brothers, to see if they want to even attempt anything else like this,
Well, I think for the runtime that it was, and the amount of characterization and all the stuff that was in it to develop a team and bring all this up, it was warranted. The time was warranted. The characterization and everything. It took a while because we've never seen the Flash before. We've never seen Cyborg before.
Yeah, you've never seen Aquaman before this because his movie came out after. So.
Right. And Wonder Woman was in the Superman Batman movie, and then Flash didn't come into this movie until like 2 hours in.
Yeah.
You saw that one scene of him when he's in the gas station or whatever, or the convenience store, and then that's it. And then you come back to him like 2 hours later.
That's true.
Wayne staying awfully silent.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. Stuart Greenberg thinks that the character development was great. The story made a lot of sense, a lot more sense, and the CGI looked better. Brother Bear said, "I like the visualization of his powers."
Oh yeah, Brother Bear.
Alberto says hi to me. Johnny Fitz says hello.
Oh yeah.
And Ed says, "Are you happy with how Martian Manhunter was used? In my humble opinion, it tacked on."
Yeah, that was a complete and utter shock to me. Right? Did anyone else know he was going to be in there, or were there rumors when?
I thought it was
first
supposed to be a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I thought was going to show up. Yeah. There were more Green Lanterns there.
It's weird that he was there the whole time and he didn't try to help them show up and help them until the very end.
Well, he was in, that actor was in the other movies, right? Wasn't he in the Superman movie?
Yeah, he was the general. Yeah.
Right.
He was in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
Right. And what was his name in those?
Sawcheck?
Or was it General Swan?
Swancheck. Swanchuck.
Oh.
Why'd he tell Bruce they've called me Martian Manhunter instead of Jean-Jans?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't
he
think
didn't want to
they've
give it
ever
away.
referred to him as Martian Manhunter on the Justice League cartoons from Bruce Timm. I think they just referred to him as Jean all the time.
I don't know.
Did you notice how Ben Affleck looked a lot skinnier at the end because it was shot like?
Yeah, that was tacked on.
Yeah.
That was
we shot afterwards.
Yeah, it was still cool to see it. But yeah, I noticed it. I saw people posting about it later after I'd watched it, and I was like, yeah, I thought he looked like skinnier.
He's not as beefy. He wasn't as beefy.
Yeah, he was huge in Batman, Superman, and then he was even a little bit smaller in Justice League, but he was still big. He was bigger than Henry Cavill in Batman, Superman.
The Martian Manhunter is General Swan Wick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it should have been John Jones.
Yeah. It's okay.
Well, I think that's why it was a surprise, because none of us knew that.
They probably didn't know either. They just thought, hey, we'll make that guy. That's what Art would say.
I wouldn't doubt it if that was the case. But I thought I read somewhere that Snyder wanted to use Green Lanterns, and that's why they had to switch the Martian Manhunter, because HBO is doing the Green Lantern series. So they couldn't introduce the Green Lanterns in Justice League.
Yeah, it seemed like it was weird because they had that Green Lantern in the ancient battle at the beginning, and then there's no earthly lantern, and Steppenwolf knew that because he said there's no protectors, no lanterns, no Kryptonians.
Right. But those earlier gods really messed up Darkseid, didn't they?
Yeah, that was cool.
And it sounded like, unlike the Jack Kirby version of Darkseid, that this was a younger version, that he ascended to the throne through whatever he did to take over. Like he was more like a Steppenwolf during those times.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a dialogue between Steppenwolf and Desaad where they talked about Darkseid's ascension to the throne.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. He was more like a warrior back then.
Mm-hmm. Which goes against Kirby, where the new gods came out of the death of the old gods, where you had Apocalypse and New Genesis.
Yeah.
But how did he not know that was the planet with the anti-life equation?
Yeah, that was a bit of a problem.
If you wind up on this world and you're fighting these guys and you get a big axe in your thorax, that's something I'd remember. Unless he blocked out that whole thing.
But he also, when he struck the ground, that showed where the anti-life is. That the anti-life equation was there. But it's almost like he magically forgot.
Yeah, and as a fan of like Darkseid and all that stuff, that was cool. They had that in there, but like if you didn't know any of that stuff and you're watching this movie, you'd be like, "What is the anti-life equation?" They don't explain. Like Darkseid just wants it, but they don't talk about like why. You know.
You're a fan of Darkseid?
Yeah, I like that stuff. I like all the Kirby, Darkseid, all those guys. Was that Granny Goodness standing there the whole time too?
Yeah,
it was Granny Goodness and Desaad.
Yeah, Desaad was cool. The other cool thing was that lava effect they kept doing every time Steppenwolf talked to them, and they would be like dripping.
I was wondering if it was like a sort of a takeoff of the source wall.
Yeah,
from the fourth world.
Yep, that makes sense.
Because that's how the fourth wall was the source wall was communicating with Highfather, talking about the war that was coming between New Genesis and Apocalypse.
Yeah, that was cool.
And where was that it was talking to Highfather?
That'd be in Jack Kirby's run.
Oh, okay.
Like the original New Gods, they talk about the creation of the two different worlds, Apocalypse and New Genesis, and that the source wall, which was contains all the life forces of the old gods, communicates. So there's like this magical hand that writes on the wall.
Yep. What else? What else do we want to say about it?
Lois's part was greatly diminished, right? And I thought,
and Cyborg's father did more.
Anybody else catch? Yeah, go ahead.
They kind of traded importance because Cyborg's father is the one doing the voiceover at the end. The original movie, Lois was talking at the end, like about them.
Anybody else catch the police officer that Lois gives the coffee cup to every time? Wasn't that Jimmy Olsen from the Christopher Reeve Superman?
Oh, was it?
I think so. I'm not sure. I thought I caught that, but I only watched it once. I didn't watch it 3 times.
I'd have to look at the credits.
Where was Superman's mullet when he returned?
Why didn't they just have him have a beard instead of that CGI stuff?
I don't know.
They could have just let him grow out his beard, I thought.
Yeah. The black costume was cool, but again, if you're not a fan, like you wouldn't know that that's like his solar suit. And here's the weird part about that. Maybe it wasn't his solar suit because when he came back, he was stronger than all the rest of the Justice League members. So why did he even need that suit? He was already super strong.
No, but I think he got super strong when he went up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then he did his Christ move to charge up the suit.
I think so. But remember when he first came back and he had his shirt off, he beat up the whole Justice League. Like Aquaman, Flash, Wonder Woman, he beat them all up.
Yeah. Well, he had his shirt off. That's
They
the
were
part that made-
distracted.
Yeah.
that's.
I mean, that scene was still cool. It was cool that was the.
Well, there was a lot more
Snyder
fighting
cut.
in that, right? Than the Whedon cut, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit more. Yeah. In the Whedon version, he grabs Batman by the neck and he goes, "Do you bleed?"
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
That callback.
That's right. Do you believe?
Franco is correct yet again.
I'm always correct.
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Mark McClure is Jerry.
Yeah. See, I thought I caught him, but I did not catch him on. Because she goes and gives him that coffee cup, a couple times. But the last time when she goes, right before Superman comes back, is when I noticed that it was him. I'm like, oh, geez, it's him. Hadn't noticed that. I don't know if I like my Superman. I do this every time. Every time I draw, Wayne.
Did you find that was cool when Darkseid was able to use his Omega beams when he was down in Atlantis,
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was cool.
going in all
Yeah.
the different directions?
I was waiting for him to use them, like at some point. Here's. Now I don't mind what they did at the end, but I was hoping that they would throw Steppenwolf back in there alive, and then Darkseid was use his Omega beams on him, like he was pissed
Yeah.
off that he failed. I thought that would happen, but so it's surprising to me that they kind of threw him back in like dead already, because I thought that would have been a good story moment for Steppenwolf to go back groveling, failed, and then Darkseid uses the beams to vaporize him or whatever.
Yeah, no, this Justice League just killed him.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, we're done.
Wonder Woman was like super brutal throughout, like even at the
Oh.
beginning when she's just like throwing guys, their heads are splattering against a wall in front of those
Mhm.
kids.
And when she did her armbands together to literally explode the wall, and the guy
Yeah.
basically was vaporized.
Yeah, that guy's not going to be a terrorist anymore. I don't think.
All that survived was his hat.
It was a very strong hat.
Yeah.
Art would approve that the hat survived.
Yeah. What else did they do in there that was kind of good? They just elaborated more. Like when Superman came back, they gave him more to do at like his house, his home out there with Lois. They let scenes breathe a little bit longer than they did in the original version.
Mhm. I felt that they came together as a team a lot better. Like they sort of gelled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And it just felt like the team coming together.
Yeah. It did feel more organic.
It didn't feel like Bruce Wayne was on a death quest when they went over to battle Steppenwolf.
Yeah. Yep.
It didn't just the whole movie just didn't predicate on Batman's feeling that there was going to be death. And also, they did talk about the multiverse.
Mhm.
So, I'm doing this off camera. I forgot.
The Darkseid did, right?
But then, that end scene when they're, with the Joker and stuff like that, that had to be like one of those multiverses. Or
Yeah.
one of those, I would think.
And you notice that Mira had a jug of water with her?
Like
Mhm.
Skoke.
Yeah, so she can use her powers.
Yeah.
And how she was trying to take out Steppenwolf
Yeah, with all the
by
water.
removing the fluids.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, no, I thought it was again, for me, my biggest complaint is the music.
Yeah, I agree, Wayne.
The horror, like the song that they were trying to sing for Aquaman, that a forgotten king, it just didn't feel right for that particular part. It just takes, when the music takes you out, it's just you sort of lose part of what what the movie's trying to do. It's not like the silent films. If you take music, you look what Williams did with the Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Those musical cues
Yep.
gives you an idea. This is Princess Leia's theme. This is Luke. This is Yoda. This is Darth Vader.
Yeah. They
And
didn't
we
have a
had
Justice League theme, did they?
No, they didn't. And if you go to the animated series, I went back to check to see sound clips on the animated series. Beautiful soundtrack for
Yeah.
Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Yep. The Avengers have a good theme that they use. Like you can hear it building up when they're about to do something, especially in Endgame. They used it well.
Well, I think they did it well. You take just something like WandaVision, and you look at how the music played throughout all of that, and what they did, and what each thing brought to, like, each episode had its own unique music. But then, when they had a main core theme melody that was throughout, but they changed it with all the decades and stuff like that. But then also the heroes, when they would show up and stuff like that.
And don't tell me you weren't singing. It was Agatha all along.
Yeah,
I was.
That song gets caught in your head.
Yeah.
D. Brad said, "Did you notice that Mira had an accent in this version?"
I did.
I did.
I was wondering if she did in the Aquaman movie. I couldn't remember.
She didn't in the Aquaman movie.
No, she didn't have one. Yeah, it's like she had a British accent in this version.
Yeah. Is she
and her
British?
hair wasn't as red.
That's right.
No, she's American.
And she's out, right? I think, did they take her out of those?
No, not yet. She's still in Aquaman 2.
Is that any of these movies filming yet or no?
Let's see. Pre-production. Aquaman 2 is in pre-production.
Interesting.
I heard they removed Flash from that Cyborg from the Flash movie, and that's a shame because he was like a great character now.
So they took him out? All right.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I hope I'm wrong.
The Flash.
I think they should have done a Flash movie to begin with. I thought.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah, I don't see Ray listed so far.
And Flash is in pre-production as well?
Flash.
Production?
Pre-production.
Maybe they'll add him.
Who knows? Who knows? What are you on your 5th drawing now? What's happening there?
I switched from Falcon and Winter Soldier to a Justice League drawing.
Did you finish Did you finish Falcon Winter Soldier or no?
I finished inking it, but I didn't color it yet. I didn't like it that much. It wasn't as interesting as this one. Could be.
Well, we have a theory about Mira from Ed on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mira got affected by the British life equation.
Maybe. Maybe she got infected by the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh, I get that.
You got that reference, did you?
That's a low blow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But it's funny, so that's why I went there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. I would actually watch it again just to kind of, when I'm in the studio working, just to kind of listen to it and see if there's something I missed while I'm working or something. It was enjoyable to me.
Wayne's already watched it enough.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't like if it happened to be on, you wouldn't like watch it again or whatever, just to kind of as you're working or something like that. I don't know if I would sit and watch it again, but
right, yeah. I wish at the very end though, Superman, when he opened his shirt, it was like his normal yellow and red S. So is he just planning to wear this black costume all the time now?
Yeah, because now he's all goth. Now he's the goth Superman.
Snyder loves
Except
those
in the
dark
dream
colors.
sequence or the nightmare sequence,
Yeah,
where
which seems
he's back in his
backwards. Yeah, he's got his normal colorful costume on in the nightmare sequence, and then in real life he's wearing that black and silver one.
Oh, that's right. I didn't catch that. That's right. He was. But he was taken over by Apocalypse in that one. Because Apocalypse puts his hand on his shoulder, and then Superman. Darkseid, yeah. Sorry. I get all those mega gods confused. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was again. Like I said, I watched it 3 times, so I have no life, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I went in cynical because I didn't really enjoy any of the other Snyder superhero movies that much. I didn't hate Man of Steel, but I just never had the. I've never like rewatched it, but I did rewatch Batman Superman before this because I heard it was going to connect to it, and it did. It really did. So I was enjoying the movie, and then I was just here. I was interested to see what was going to happen unfold, and I think, like you said, Wayne, the team chemistry felt better, so that makes it a lot better when you're watching the movie, when you care about what's happening.
Yeah, I like that they found a more organic way to bring Superman back in this one. You know, they were afraid of him. You know, like his death scream is what kind of activated the mother boxes.
Yeah.
Type thing, and then you know, the fact that they had to bring him back was more organic as well. Get it? Organic. Because, you know, he was dead. But it wasn't like, I just feel like that whole last movie was all driven by Batman's, like, you know, unsubstantiated fear that something was gonna happen, like a bad feeling, and that was
based on the
drove
ravings of a Luthor.
Right, but that drove me nuts, though. And how does Luthor know?
Well, yeah, and you wouldn't have known if it wasn't for the extended cut of Batman v Superman, where they show Steppenwolf hologram appearing with the mother boxes in front of Lex Luthor, and that was cut from the original version. So, again, that movie makes more sense that Luthor knew anything because you see that part.
What were you going to say, Wayne?
Trying to think what else there was. The anti-life equation was. They dropped a lot of the fourth world references, which was. I don't think anyone that has not read any of the Kirby stuff or the subsequent books would have picked up, but at least for the comic fans, you're just going, "Oh my God, this is like the streets that are named in Arrow on Finger and Cane or streets." So I think they dropped a lot of Easter eggs. It'd be interesting to see. I really want to see the sequel. I want to see what happens with Darkseid.
Yeah.
Because that has to, if it's involving the multiverse, and whether or not the Flash movie is, if it is a Flashpoint type scenario, that we could probably see that.
Oh, is it the Flash supposed to be that, like in the multiverse type thing, or he
I think so.
brings it about or something like that? And then we're going to see Doctor Strange in it, right? Because he's in the multiverse of madness. So that all connects over.
It's going to be a big crossover. That's what they said.
It's going to be like a Doctor Strange fate all over again.
Wow.
D. Brad wants to know, do you think this will be the official version of Justice League now?
No.
It should be, though, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, but I don't think it will be. I feel like. Aren't they doing a new Superman movie with a new Superman actor?
I don't think anything's really been announced yet. Well, they got the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that was supposed to originally be Ben Affleck.
Isn't that due out in like September or something like that? And does it connect to any of the other ones?
No, it's supposed to be its own thing.
Yeah, that's what they said. Warner Brothers is doing standalones. They're not trying to do a connected universe.
Like Joker.
So then they should let Snyder do this version, do the
They should
sequel.
let Whedon do a version as well. So they both do a version. Right?
That's not a thing.
Okay, the Batman expected release date so far March 4th, 2022.
Oh wow.
We have to wait a year.
Wow.
They're in post production right now.
And we still have to wait a year?
Yep.
Well, maybe by then we'll feel comfortable going to the theater though. So that'll be good.
I'm never going to a theater again.
I'm never gonna watch that. About $100.
I always go off screen when I draw. I always forget that there's a camera.
I don't know. I thought I liked how they broke it up into the chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cool. That I use those to stop it, like to do different things, to be right
And
back.
you could stop it at those particular points and come back to it later because it was like little chapters of a story.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like a
great.
comic book. It was like a six-issue graphic novel, or a 6-issue series that turns into a trade.
It's weird. Like they based it off of a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that too, Wayne.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good stuff in it. Again, like little plot points here and there. The characterizations were nice. We got to see the Atom.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Yeah, Brian Choi.
Yeah.
But I like
not
that
Ray
too,
Palmer, but
yeah, but they connected it to the mother box and the alien ship and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that was good.
And Ryan Choi's specialty is nanotechnology.
Mm-hmm. So why are they putting him in charge of alien ships? They should get somebody else. That's just a little pet peeve of mine.
Oh, you got it. He was wasn't he second in hand after Salias? So
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So that's why they just pumped. It's sort of like on the Death Star, or on any Imperial Star Destroyer, that Vader gets upset with the guy in charge. He sort of has an accident, and then the next person comes up.
Yeah.
He sort of has an accident. It's a polite way of putting it there, Wayne.
There's all.
Yeah, he gets more involved with the Force than he prefers to.
I talk to him.
Oh, hey. Hi, Oliver.
Tell him what your favorite movie is.
Back to the Future.
All right.
Nice. We're going to have to talk about that one day. You're going to have to come on and talk about that one day.
Look at this.
What am I looking at?
DeLorean.
Nice.
Okay. Good night, bud. Have a good night.
Uh,
Well, we're busy. We're talking about Superman. Do you like Superman?
yeah.
What do you
So-
like about Superman?
What do you like about him?
I like that he can run fast.
Is he faster than Flash, though? That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah. Who's faster?
I think Flash goes.
He's
That's
right.
it. Definitively, we know now.
Yeah.
We know that Flash is faster.
I'll see you later.
Nah,
I got to talk on there.
see you later. Bye.
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 Okay, have a good night.
So we know now that the Flash is the fastest.
Yeah.
We're going to have Oliver on when we do catching up with Back to the Future. He'll be the
He loves
special
Back
guest.
to the Future 3 because there's a steam train in it.
Well, that makes sense.
Does he love the end of it when the steam train becomes the time machine?
Yeah, so the one steam train pushes the DeLorean off a cliff, and the DeLorean hits 88 miles an hour, disappears, and it crashes. And then Marty goes back to 1985, and at the very end of the movie, a steam train shows up flying, and it's Doc's new time machine.
Yeah. You just spoiled it for Oliver, though.
Yeah.
No, he's watched it like 100 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ed on YouTube says biggest improvement: losing Whedon's bad jokes and cringy scenes like Flash landing on top of Wonder Woman, Aquaman telling her how hot she is when he sat on her lasso of truth.
I remember that. Yeah. That was bad.
Well,
I did like that little play. Oh, go ahead.
Now that we have the Snyder cut for Justice League, we can get the Ayers cut for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's supposed to be out there, isn't it?
Is it any better, though? That's the thing.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Blade Runner had 3 different cuts.
That's true.
It had theatrical, director's cut, and then the final cut.
Mm-hmm.
We can have multiple cuts, and look what Lucas has done with Star Wars.
Oh, that's true. I did like the little interplay. You brought up the cringiness of the Aquaman lasso of truth scene.
Mm-hmm.
I did like their interaction here a lot better. You know, when she's like, we don't really talk to you Atlantean types, and I've never really talked to an Amazon, and he's like half Atlantean. I thought that was a cool little scene between the two of them.
Yeah.
And that they have the same saying amongst their people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah.
I like that as well.
Character development was utilized a lot better than the original version, where I didn't really care about anyone.
Andrew Clark said, the end kind of reminded me of Crisis, where heroes and villains are working together. Maybe it's supposed to be a multiverse thing moving forward.
Mm.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. Again, Flashpoint would be the one where they're going to try to introduce the multiverse.
Is Ben Affleck in that Flash movie? I know Michael is, or he's rumored to be.
He's rumored to be. Goodbye. It was Michael Keaton for sure.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did hear that. Right.
Who they have listed so far. Oh, yeah. Ben Affleck, Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, the actress that played Iris West. They have Sasha Cali as Supergirl and Maribel Verdú as Nora Allen.
Wow. So they didn't bring in Superman, but they're bringing in Supergirl.
Yep.
Man, why do they hate Henry so much?
Man.
They probably just couldn't get over his mustache.
Yeah, that ruined it.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Scoot? What are you thinking?
Oh, yeah. This looks good. I like his red eyes. That's a nice touch. He almost has a mullet.
Almost, yeah. He came back from the dead.
Those guys.
Nice. You gonna have these up for sale afterwards?
Yeah. I'm gonna consult with Art though about how much they should be. What do you think he's gonna say?
Is he your price guide guru now?
Yeah, because he always says about $100 for everything. How about you? Are you gonna put yours up for sale?
Yeah, $300, I think.
Ooh.
No.
Well, he's using the special black paper.
It is true. The solar paper.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's collecting all the solar energy. It's going to make it a stronger drawing. I go through this all the time with new. Like I haven't drawn on black paper in years, so I'm like, oh, let me try it. And then, just like my last drawing, I didn't like my Thor, but then I did. I pulled it together and I liked it. But this is something that's not striking me as something I like right now. All right, what else people got to say about Justice League?
Oh, it's pretty quiet on the chat.
Yeah, we did a Sunday night this time because I felt like I wasn't going to be able to watch the Justice League till Saturday. So
Yeah, me too. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to watch. I actually watched it in pieces on Thursday, which was nice.
a 1 hour version of a Marvel show is actually doable in the afternoon before a Friday broadcast.
Did you guys watch Superman and Lois this week?
No, see, too many things.
Too many things.
Did you ever think in a world that we live in today that we would have all in 1 week? We would have new episodes of Superman, Justice League movie, Falcon Winter Soldier. What else was out there? Wasn't there a Flash episode?
Yeah, there was a Flash episode.
Black Lightning episode, or no, not this week.
Yeah, I don't think so this week.
But just like all these superhero, Resident Alien. I don't know if that was shown this week. I've
Yes,
got
it
to
is.
catch up. I got to catch up on those as well. Hence the name of the show, because I can never catch up with anything. Was it good? Did the
Which
last
one?
two episodes, Superman and Lois, did they maintain?
Yes. Oh no, it's still it's an amazing family show. It's following the family dynamics. And what do you do if you're the most powerful person in the world and you're raising two teenage kids
And they hate you.
You go crazy.
and they have issues with you? And that your father-in-law basically thinks that you're his errand boy to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Yeah, I was wondering if they'd build on that,
Oh, they're still building on it.
because that was in the first episode, and he was like asking him to do stuff, and I'm like, why is he listening to that guy?
Yeah, no, it still builds on it. And
What's his relationship with Lois, the father, her father?
oh, it's hostile at best.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
catch up.
she goes on. Well, yeah, basically Lois goes on saying like, Dad, Clark is trying to raise the kids a lot better than you could,
Wow.
than you
man.
raised me. So
It's rough. So much drama.
mhm.
Oh, there was Archie this week too, right? That's another comic book thing.
Yeah, I actually dropped out of that. I felt it got a little too repetitive.
Yeah.
It lost its Twin Peaks feel to it for me.
Nice. Anything else out there on Justice League?
No. Ed talks about the upcoming Godzilla versus Kong.
That's soon.
The crisis could be Godzilla versus Kong, one big shared HBO Max universe, multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Troy says the nerds win. We're now taking over the world.
Yeah, we are.
Ed is enjoying Superman and Lois so far. It's well done. Will be interesting to see how the Luthor story develops. Andrew Clark also agrees that Superman and Lois is really good.
Yeah, I almost watched an episode of that before we came on, but then I got distracted with other things.
Mhm.
And I'm like, all right, maybe during the week.
So, did you figure out who that Green Lantern was?
No.
From which sector?
Who was it?
I don't know.
Is he just made up for the movie?
I think so, because it's not anyone that I recognize from when I was reading Green Lantern.
Was he supposed to be the Green Lantern of Earth, I assume, at that time?
Well, our sector 2814.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be. Yeah, it'd have to be our sector, but
Maybe that long ago they didn't have sectors, and also, who says it has to be human.
No, it doesn't have because Abin Sur
Right.
wasn't human when he crashed on Earth. But I love the fact that the ring, as soon as the lantern dies, just goes away.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then Darkseid tried to grab it, but
Yeah, that was
got
cool.
distracted. And then it just zapped off to find whoever's the closest that doesn't have fear.
Yeah. Darkseid got an axe in the face or something, right?
Oh, geez, yeah.
That was kind of brutal, right? Jeez.
Someone said, like, what's with these superheroes? Why they always miss when they have the axe? Because Thor missed Thanos too. It was like the same spot.
Well, Wonder Woman didn't miss with Steppenwolf.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's true.
That was a clean cut.
Yeah. Yeah, the ending. We got to talk about the Flash at the ending. That was cool. The Speed
Mhm.
Force.
Mm-hmm.
He actually had something to do instead of saving all those. They were saving that little family in
Right.
the pickup truck. That
Yep.
was his whole point in the other movie. It wasn't Flash like scared in the Whedonverse too, like he was
Yes.
scared to fight and stuff.
Yeah, he was
That-
afraid to lose his powers, and that's when Batman said, "Just save one person, and
Yeah.
you'll know."
Yeah,
That I did like from that version, but yeah,
Mhm.
he was a little bit more cocky in this one. He was a lot
he said
more.
Superman was his hero in this one.
Mhm.
And a lot more talking about him approaching the speed of light and actually going past it. So
Yeah.
as he was approaching anything, when he was starting to hit almost light speed, everything goes backwards in time as he's breaking the time barrier.
Right. He did a Christopher Reeve Superman Turn Back the World thing.
Mhm.
He did do that. I noticed
Oh,
that.
Ed said Kilowog's dead body is in the nightmare sequence. I'll have to check
Oh.
that out.
Where at?
In the nightmare? So
Oh, was that him
So
right in the
Ed-
foreground, I think?
could be.
I'll be right back. As always.
Who's yelling?
Oh, yeah. He's gone. I think so. All right, let's get up some final thoughts on Justice League before we turn our attention to Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, I think we have a winner for our Green Lantern. Who brought it up? Ed in YouTube. Yalan Gur is part of the history lesson story. So he was the Green Lantern in our sector
Oh, wow. Okay.
2,000 years ago. All right. So here's a time paradox or a time issue. Cyborg says Wonder Woman's 5,000 years old,
Right.
roughly,
Mm-hmm.
because Barry was going, "Do you think she likes younger men?" And he's saying, "We're all younger men."
I like that line, yeah.
Yeah. And now, if I'm reading this on Wikipedia, that if he was the Green Lantern in our sector, and it was around 2,000 years ago, the actual battle took place prior to Diana's birth, because the Amazons were still not on Themyscira. They were still, I believe, in Greece. And she said it was prior to them being enslaved.
Yeah, I assumed that it was before she was there.
But it's actually, if they did use it, and it looks like from the image that I can see, it actually looks pretty close to the guy. And if that's the guy, that's like a real deep cut to pull that Green Lantern out. But the good thing is, at least they got the right sector.
Somebody did their research on that one.
Someone did their research. That must have been that would almost be like a Mark Waid type situation, where he would say, and he'd just sit there calmly going, it was Yalan Gur,
Right.
and it was in this issue. You could almost see Mark doing that.
Okay, what did I miss?
We just figured out the whole ending of everything and
Oh,
how
really?
it makes it all such a much better movie now.
You were around when I said that Ed on YouTube, the Green Lantern's name is Yalin Gur.
Oh no, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I looked him up, and he's the Green Lantern of our sector, 2814, but he was the Green Lantern 2,000 years ago.
Oh,
And D. Brad brings up in the Whedon version, Wonder Woman has an arc where she isn't confident in her leadership of the Justice League.
Where was that? Is he talking about the movie?
The movie.
Or
Whedon.
Or there's a version that wasn't done like that? I don't know.
No, he's saying in the theatrical version of Justice League, Wonder Woman has an arc where she isn't confident in her leadership of the Justice League.
Oh.
forgot. I don't know. I forgot about that.
I've watched Justice League and I don't even remember that. So
Yeah.
it's probably because it sort of burnt out of my memory after watching Justice League 3 times.
Yeah.
I kind of forget that.
Didn't you watch the Whedon version
Yeah, I
earlier
did.
this week, though?
I watched it on Wednesday. So you think I should have some recollection of it.
No, burned it all out, right?
Burned it all out.
Well, there was a lot of stuff that was the same. It was just the setup and the context was better. So
Yeah, because they said Whedon just reshot the same scenes with different dialogue.
That was weird, though. But I guess Warner Brothers does what it wants.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What about Falcon Winter Soldier? What'd you think?
I liked it. It's good. Nice setup. Just like Snyder cut, a lot of character development, which is great for a first episode. And that action sequence at the very beginning was like a movie quality action sequence with Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved all the stuff with Bucky in the show. That was great. We need more with him.
I loved it too. How about you, Wayne?
I liked it too. I think the common theme between that and WandaVision will be PTSD.
Yep.
With Bucky dealing with all the stuff that he's done in the past, how can he reconcile that to try to get some type of peace? Like he said, the only peace I've had in the past 90 years is when I've been in Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
And you could say the same thing with Sam. Has a bit of his own drama to deal with because he left the family fishing business to go into the army.
And
There's some guilt.
Yeah. Yep.
Couple of nitpicky things that annoy me, but I want to say I like the story overall so far. But do you want to hear my nitpicky things?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Okay. Yeah. Now I'm ready.
Now you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, you guys ever been on a motorcycle? You ever
No.
You ever been on a motorcycle?
No.
Okay. You ever
been on a bicycle?
Bicycle? Yeah. How about a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Yes.
Roller coaster. Okay. So when that wind is really whipping, can you really hear the person behind you? And when the wind is whipping through, so when the Falcon is flying and he's doing it without a helmet.
Oh yeah.
First of all, he's not going to be able to hear anything. And second of all, why isn't his face all like, doing that in the wind because he was going so fast? Okay.
Yep.
And then my other nitpicky thing with the Falcon is he's not making bank because he's been gone for 5 years and then he was in the army. Shouldn't he have all that back pay from the army or why doesn't he just write a book? Because I think that would have helped him with the boat and all that other stuff. I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah. No, I was thinking that too about like the army. Like he wasn't just in the army too. He was like one of these special like ops part of this like secret program. Like he was talking about Winter Soldier, where they had there's a whole group of guys like him with the wings. So
Paratrooper, wasn't it?
yeah. Yep. Yeah, so it sucks then. Is that what you're
And
saying?
who's that guy? Who's the Cap at the end with that jaw, with the inverted? Like, why does his lip fold into his face like that? He looked weird.
U.S. agent.
Yeah. We'll find out why he looks weird. And this is another thing: is old Cap dead, or is he like still around? Because like, where is he if he's not dead? I know that Chris Evans isn't going to be on the show, but like, they're talking like he's dead. Wouldn't he be mad at Falcon if he turned on the news and he saw that other guy with the shield? Like, damn it, what are you doing?
Yeah. I gave you that shield.
Yeah. Maybe Bucky will see it and be mad at him. Be like, hey, what's going on?
Maybe that's the story. Maybe old Steve Rogers gets all miffed, and he finds a way to go back in time and turn himself younger, just to get the shield back from Sam. I'm thinking that's what he does.
Yeah,
that's my theory. I'm calling it right now.
But like they were talking like he was dead, like when Falcon's turning that shield in. Maybe he is dead, but I don't know.
Think he's dead. I think he's just in hiding, or he just wants to live out whatever remaining life he has.
I think everybody thinks he's dead, type thing. You know, I would think.
Because he still looks pretty.
Bucky doesn't return calls, so Cap could be trying to call him, and he doesn't return any calls.
That's true.
He's hanging out with another old guy now.
Well, Bucky's just a little upset that Cap didn't give him the shield.
Yeah. And he's got a new old man friend. Killed his son.
Well, is your theory that Winter Soldier's going to wind up being Captain America or Sam?
I think Sam still will, but I think Winter Soldier will kind of like be the one that like convinces him like you're worthy, you know?
So it'll be another Captain America and Bucky.
Yeah. Yep. I think. What do you guys think?
I think it would be really cool if Sam winds up being Captain America and they redo the suit like they did, like kind of closer to the one they did in the comics.
Yeah.
When he took over recently. I think that would be cool.
I would be stoked if the psychiatrist reports to Dr. Faustus.
Oh, yeah.
That would be.
That's actually a good point, Wayne, because that psychiatrist was being like kind of weird, and I feel like she's gonna. Yeah, I don't know. That would be cool.
Because Faustus was a big character in the Cap storyline when I was reading Cap.
Yeah, I bet she's gonna be involved in something. I think you're right. What about that other guy? They were setting him up like he was the bad guy, Falcon's friend. It turns out he really was doing the right thing. He got his face stepped on by that mutant or whoever that was. You think that's a mutant?
I don't know. Is that supposed to be? I saw someone online said that's supposed to be Batrock or something like that. I don't think so. Right?
I thought Batrock was in the plane.
Batrock was in on the first sequence, but the second one, the guy had long hair.
Yeah.
So it sounded like when Sam was looking at it, I was thinking that Sam was thinking that was Bucky.
Yeah.
Because of the strength and everything.
Well,
then Bucky is he sleepwalking and killing people, or what's going on there? Or was that a flashback type thing?
Yeah, that was a flashback because his arm was different. It was the old arm with the silver with the red star.
And it had his particular music.
Yeah, you're right. Played. There you go, Wayne. Music.
Back to the musical cues. Very important.
And also, did you notice Falcon or Bucky was sleeping on the floor? And that's a reference to Winter Soldier, where Cap's talking to Sam about being in the military, and when you come back, it's uncomfortable to sleep on your bed, and they sleep on the floor because they're just used to sleeping on the ground or whatever. That was cool.
That's a good observation there, Scoot.
What else do you think? I don't know. I wonder what's going to happen. Like, obviously Falcon, they implied like he's kind of pissed now because they gave the shield to that other guy after they.
Well, that was the intention all along.
Right.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Well, you knew that
And
was
you
going to
think-
happen at the end when something was going to happen with that shield, and you knew that there was going to be the government was going to shaft those guys out of it. You knew that was
You think
happening.
Rhodey knew about it, and that's why he was trying to tell Sam like to keep it.
Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
And what else?
Yeah, because
It's cool that Rhodey doesn't need those leg braces anymore. Was that a plot hole, or does he not need them? Remember, he wore those braces in Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame because he was like paralyzed in Civil War. Remember that? He had to wear those like special Stark leg braces.
Doctor Strange fixed him.
Yeah, there you go.
Remember in Doctor Strange, the guy who had the massive spinal injury
Yeah, that's right.
went to see the Ancient One,
Yeah,
and through the magic was starting
That's
to walk again. And then Baron Mordo, I don't think he's Baron yet, went after him because he misused magic.
yeah, that's true. You're right. That'd be cool.
Or we're just digging a little too deep.
Yeah, I think it was just a thing of like they didn't want to do the. I don't know. They probably figured no one would notice, and I don't think I did notice. I think I saw like a still picture after I'd watched the episode, and I'm like, wait a minute, he doesn't have those braces on. He didn't have them.
Or unless Tony made some even smaller ones.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Okay. Bunch of comments. Ed, for only 6 episodes, get these 2 buddy adventure characters together sooner. Yeah, Franco. If not a VA loan, Tony wouldn't have taken care of the team financially. And then Ed goes on to, new Cap is son of Ego. And the final one from Ed, flashback PTSD for Buck. He killed the old man's son in the flashback scene, now making amends. Couldn't bring himself to tell the old man yet. It's similar to going through like any type of anonymous program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alcoholic, drug addiction, where you're trying to make amends to the people who you've wronged over your life.
Mm-hmm. Scoot, I think I'm done before you.
Yeah.
But you
Nice.
did like 17 people, and I did like one guy.
It's okay. I like it. Bumper. That's what art would do.
Andrew Clark was wondering, is anyone else afraid of a metal arm will just randomly pop through a wall at you?
I know, that was scary.
Cool. Yeah. I forgot how scary Bucky was in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm all into where they're going to go. I don't know where they're going to go, but it'll be fun, I think.
It's weird because the episode was, like 50 minutes long, but it felt shorter because there was that big action scene at the beginning, and that was really the only action other than that Bucky part, and then that guy stepping on the other guy's face. But they didn't bring they didn't bring Bucky and Winter Soldier together yet, so they're kind of drawing that out a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see like when they kind of meet up and what causes them to start going on missions together, you know.
Be interesting to see.
It'll be interesting to see what Bucky does with Red Wing, because there's sort of this. I guess there's in that relationship, there's going to be 3 people. There'll be Falcon, Red Wing, and then Bucky.
Oh yeah. Well, we know Sharon Carter is going to be on it from the previews.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to show up, and Zemo's in it at some point. He shows up.
Zemo with the mask.
Yeah. So
With
there's
the
a lot to
purple
look
mask.
forward to. It's kind of good that they didn't reveal too much of that yet, because that's going to be cool as they show what happens next. And
they didn't kill off Batroc when they destroyed the final helicopter.
Good point.
because he was jumping out as it was going, and you can sort of see him falling. Whether or not he lands properly, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought it was good. But
I liked it.
They're knocking it out of the park with these Marvel TV shows.
Yeah. Yep. They're
I know
like
you
little
thought that
movies.
you thought that DC had like a lock on the television shows and their movies were crap and the other way around. But I mean the Netflix shows were good, but the Daredevil and stuff like that. But there was still a couple of episodes in each one where it was a little, too much filler. Yeah.
Well, I think because of the formatting for Netflix on how many episodes you needed,
Mm-hmm.
where if it was on, if Netflix gave Marvel the flexibility to tell the story in the number of episodes that they actually needed, I think the Netflix shows would have been better.
Yeah, but those were also overseen by Jeff Loeb, right? I mean, these are like overseen by Feige, Kevin Feige, more hands on, more directly. I think
But I think they have more control.
Yeah.
Even though Jeff had was overseeing it, but I think that Netflix had a lot of the influence in this is what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Right to this. Because they had a financial part in it. Where this one, it's all Disney.
Mm-hmm. What's the next show then? Loki?
Yeah, and then Hawkeye, right?
Yeah.
I think those are the two coming up.
Marvel Phase 4.
And then the Black Widow movie is supposed to be coming out soon. And I really hope that they put it on the Disney premiere because I wouldn't mind sitting here watching it at home. I know people are freaked out that they're like, I don't want to go see it in the theater, but I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go to the theater yet. I'm getting my vaccine tomorrow though.
Oh yeah, man.
A young lad like you?
Yeah, I know. They're gonna let me in.
It's good stuff.
But I don't know. We'll see. How's it been going with did you have any side effects when you got it, Franco?
My second shot, yeah, I did have some side effects. I was the night of I got like kind of chills and stuff like that, and then the next day I felt really kind of horrible, like tired, fatigued, like cold symptoms. But I had gotten up to go to work, but but I couldn't get out the door, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stay, and I wound up sleeping a good portion of the day, and then in the afternoon I got up and I was feeling better, and by nighttime I was perfectly fine. So
nice.
Yeah. But all right, what else we got? Anybody else on the?
Yeah, Ed was wondering. Red Wing needs an AI voice for banter. Who should the voice be?
Oh, are we dreamcasting voices? No,
Yes.
not Stark. It wouldn't be Stark. No, we'd have to get somebody good. So let's say it could be somebody later.
Marisa Tomei.
Marisa Tomei. Nah, it should be somebody cool, like Harvey Fierstein or something. Someone with a very distinct voice. Oh, come on, Falcon. Like that really deep, raspy voice. Or I don't know if you guys have Sirius XM, but the '80s channel has original VJ Nina Blackwood. She'd be good.
Wow.
Yeah.
D. Brad.
Yeah.
D. Brad says Gilbert Gottfried for Red
There you
Wing.
go. See?
Oh,
that's good. That would work. Oh no! Can you imagine? Come on, Falcon.
Oh, thank you, Jamie Farr, our friend.
We could get Skoke to do the voice.
Yeah,
you should do the voice.
Our friend Jamie Farr could be the voice. Incidentally, I'm a Red Wing voice, a friend of Falcon.
What else we got?
Okay. Yeah. Troy June Younger on Facebook. I like the conflict between those that lived through the blip and those that were blipped. That was part of WandaVision, but we're really seeing it with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's true. It kind of
Yeah, there's-
runs parallel with what we're going through with COVID too.
Yeah, whole new meaning now, right?
Mhm.
It's weird how like that last Avengers film was like the last big movie in theaters before we were done in, and now these are the ones that are kind of bringing us back out, right?
Yeah, that's true. That was like the big event movie. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ed on YouTube, the Marvel YouTube channel had a nice premiere show for Falcon and Winter Soldier that also introduced each of the new upcoming shows with a little video from the leading actors of each of them.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
I have to check that out. We seem to have confirmation that Gilbert Gottfried is should be Red Wing.
Oh,
It's definite then. We should definitely do that then. Dream casting.
tell Feige. He'd listen.
So all of a sudden, Red Wing will go Affleck.
Yeah.
Right. Now, didn't he get fired from that? I think he got fired from that.
Yeah, he got fired.
Mm-hmm.
So in June 11th, 2021, we will get the beginning of Loki for
Nice.
6 episodes. And then following that, we'll have What If.
Oh, I forgot
Oh,
about
Okay.
that.
I forgot about What If. Yeah, because those are going to tie in directly too.
Mhm.
And on Hulu, isn't MODOK? I mean, I don't know if they're going to have any heroes in that, but isn't MODOK going to be on Hulu? I think there's an animated MODOK series with
Yeah.
the voice of Patton Oswalt.
Yep. Looks funny.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if we'll be getting it up here.
Oh, that's right. I'm sure they'll find it. Well, if it's exclusive to Hulu, you might not, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just move down here, Wayne.
Yeah.
You live
Oh,
with
no. I think I'll stay up here for now.
You live with Franco.
There's room in the basement, always.
Always in the basement.
I've stayed there.
You know, I've been walking because it's been so hot. And every so often, I pass this lonely glove on the ground, and I keep thinking of Johnny.
Yeah. It blew all the way up to Canada.
It blew all the way up to Canada.
Okay, I think I'm done.
Let's get a close up on that. Let's see it.
Wow.
It's my
Wow,
version.
look at you.
They're happy.
Is it
I'll probably
that,
color it, but not tonight. Maybe at a convention or something. Or someone
That's
buys it.
your-
I'll color it.
that's your Scoot version? Your
Yeah.
Scoot cut
Uh-huh.
of the Justice League?
Yeah, the
There it
scoop
is.
cut. Yeah. Yeah, this was from the scoop cut too. The other day.
The
That's from-
McMahon.
Yeah, I saw
Oh, there
that.
it is.
That's the scoop cut. He wears blue, but he's pretty much the same.
Nice.
I don't like that one though. I'll still bring it to a show.
Look at that.
Someone-
14 drawings in the time I got one. You know?
But
14.
you did yours was more. You spent a lot more time detail. Mine's more cartoony, simplified.
There it is. There's mine.
I like it.
Cool.
How big is that? What size?
It's 9 by 12.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
size. Okay.
9 by 12. Small
hmm
version. But
Andrew has a question. Is anyone excited for the new Masters of the Universe cartoons coming out on Netflix?
Yeah, I am. Kevin Smith wrote them, I think.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
I'd like to see some of those. I think they'd be
I
fun.
like to see. Have they released any of the designs yet? The characters?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm
When is that
gonna
supposed
watch
to-
it.
When is that supposed to hit?
Mark Hamill does a voice of someone.
Yeah, they got a lot of good voices on that, don't they?
hmm
The actor that plays Mon-El on Supergirl, I believe he's the prince guy that turns into
Hmm.
I don't know.
Prince Adam.
Prince Adam, that's it. I never watched it.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to watch if you never watched it, but I grew up with it, so it's easy for me.
Cool. Well, I think we're done early tonight because we got our drawings done and we spoke all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, this was cool. Thanks for having me on, guys.
You're my first repeat customer. I mean, guest.
Yeah, I did the first episode of WandaVision and the first episode of Winter Soldier, which is cool, but I feel like if you come on close to the end, you can talk about the whole series. So
maybe we'll have you on again for the end of Loki. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
that'd be cool. Well, I was here for the end of the Snyder Cut, so that's good. And that was 4 hours long, which is basically like, 6 episodes of WandaVision.
Truth. Any last words there, Wayne?
D. Brad says thanks, and that's about it. Everyone seems to be happy.
Cool. Yeah, it was a low key night tonight because I wanted to make sure that we got the Justice League, but we'll try and return to regular Friday night action by next week.
Dave Scheidt didn't chime in, so he's out.
No.
We cut him.
Yeah,
cut him off.
he's never coming on the show ever.
He's cut off like Falcon is.
Awesome. Join us next week. Wayne and I will be here, and I believe, if things don't change, I think my friend Jaime, who's an amazing painter, will be here next week, and we'll be talking with him about stuff. Cool. Thanks, guys.
I like catching up. See you.
I like ketchup. Just plain ketchup.
On your hot dog?
Not on the hot dog. You can't put it on the hot dog.
I love it on hot dogs.
It was on a hamburger, not a hot dog.
Both. Both. I love them. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.